Hey you guys, it's Peter, and welcome to my channel, Peter Likes Books. Okay, I'm gonna do something completely different today. I was on Twitter, and my friend RJ, over at RJ Reads, one of my all-time favorite booktubers, and he's also a very good friend of mine, he tweeted out something about Angie Thomas's book, The Hate You Give, which you guys know I adore, is on the Goodreads Choice Awards 2017, the best books of 2017. And last year, I didn't vote on it, and it's like the first round. They have like several different rounds. So I thought I would go on here and I would do my voting while like I'm on video. And I don't know really how I'm gonna do it because a lot of these books when I was going through here, I haven't read. So I was like, well, I don't think it's really fair for me to do if I haven't read them, but the opening round is from October 31st through November 5th. So it ends tomorrow. The semifinal round is November 7th through the 12th. The final round is November 14th through the 27th, and the winners are announced on December 5th. If you don't already follow me on Goodreads, why are you not following me on Goodreads? I accept everybody as a friend on Goodreads. I love reading what I find so many books through what you guys are reading on Goodreads. So anyway, I never put my bookshelf in the background anyway, so there's my bookshelf. So I thought, well, why not put it in there for once? So I'm gonna go in here and I'm gonna vote on some of the sections, but only if I feel really, really strongly about a section. But I'm gonna read them to you. There are, let me tell you, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There are 20 sections. And the sections are fiction, mystery and thriller, historical fiction, fantasy, humor, horror, science fiction, romance, nonfiction, memoir and autobiography, history and biography, science and technology, debut Goodreads author, poetry, graphic novels and comics, food and cookbooks, young adult fiction, young adult fantasy, middle grade and children's, and picture books. So there really aren't that many sections on here that I can vote on. And so I probably won't. And if I go to a section and there's a book that I absolutely loved, I will vote on it, to be fair. But it's hard because I think we all of these, listen, none of us have read every book on this list. So let's just be for real. So it is kind of like it's not like a really fair pick of what the greatest books of 2017 are. Because to some degree, if there are books on here that nobody's heard of before, it's like, well, then that book's not going to get a lot of votes, right? If that makes sense. So I'm going to go first into fiction, which I have not read most of these books. I'm going to be really honest with you. The books are Sophie Kinsella's My Perfect Life, The Keeper of Lost Things by Ruth Hogan, The Leavers by Lisa Coe. I mean, I have heard that all of these books are fantastic. The Leavers by Lisa Coe, Home Fire by Camilla Shamsi, This Is How It Always Is by Lori Frankel, Little Fires Everywhere by Celeste Ning. I've heard that book is unreal. It's so good. Eleanor Oliphant is Completely Fine by Gail Honeyman. Sing Unburied Sing, a novel by Jesmyn Ward. I heard that book was phenomenal. Exit West by Mohsin Hamid. I've heard that book. That was on the Man Booker prize list for 2017. Beartown by Frederick Bachman. I've heard all of his books are good. Elizabeth Strout, Anything is Possible. What It Means When a Man Falls from the Sky by Leslie Nika Arama. I don't know. I've never heard of that book. The Refugees by Viet Tong Nguyen. I don't know how to pronounce his last name. I apologize. Alin Hilderbrand's The Identicals. My friend Tanya loves her books. And Rich People Problems by Kevin Kwan. I have never read any of his books. He wrote Crazy Rich Asians. I have wanted to read his books. I heard his books are fantastic. So I am not going to vote on any of those because I haven't read any of those. The next section I'm going to go to is mystery and thriller. And I'm just going to read you guys the highlights. I'm not going to go through. I didn't realize there were so many books in there. Greg Iles has a book in there. Paula Hawkins' new book, Into the Water. Dan Brown's Origin is on there. John Sanford has a book. Karen Slaughter has a book. I mean, it's most of the people you would know. Chevy Stevens' Never Let You Go. Tanya said that book was unreal. It was so good. Oh, Silent Child is on here by Sarah Denzel. Lucy Penwise, The Night Bird, The Marriage Lie, and The Dry. So for me, I've read Silent Child, Dan Brown's Origin, and Into the Water by Paula Hawkins. I'm actually, the one I gave the highest score rating to was Silent Child by Sarah Denzel. So I'm going to vote for that one. Saving your vote. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. That's the nicest thing that anyone's ever done for me. Okay, so anyway. Next category, historical fiction. Let's see if there's anything in here that I have know anything about. Probably not. I don't know. Lincoln and the Bardo, though, by George Saunders. That's interesting. That's what won the Man Booker 2017 prize, is on here. Oh my God, Michael Chabon has a new book. I love him so much. He's the one that wrote Mysteries in Pittsburgh. And his book is called Moonglow. I've never heard of it. This is also a really good way to, I just added that to my want to read. That's a really good way to find out like what books you want to like read and that kind of stuff. Okay, so the next one I'm going to go to is fantasy, of which you guys know I don't read hardly any fantasy. V.E. Schwab has a book on here. Mark Lawrence. I don't know any of these books. Oh, J.K. Rowling's Fantastic Beasts. I've never read that. Neil Gaiman, Norse mythology, I heard was fantastic. And The Bear and the Nightingale, I just add that actually to my want to read. I heard that was fantastic too. So I'm not going to vote on any of those. Romance. We all love a good romance. Oh my God, Nora Roberts, PB. It's PB's favorite author, Nora Romance, Come Sundown. Ella Frank Tease. You guys. Dirty Filthy Rich Men by Laura Lynn Page. Egomaniac. All of them have like naked men on the covers of them. Okay. So I haven't read any of those, so I will pass on the romances. Okay. And then Best Science Fiction, Artemis by Andy Weir. So if you guys read The Martian, his newest book is Artemis, and it just came out, I think this week. Is out. American War is supposedly fantastic by Omar El-Akkad. Yeah, I don't know any of these other books. Oh, Waking Gods by Sylvain Neuvel, which Sleeping Giants was the first one. Waking Gods was bad. I did not like it. So no, I won't be voting for that because I haven't read any of them, so I'm not going to vote for any of them, and I did not think that that Waking Giants book was worth it. Okay, so now we're in horror, which you know is one of my favorite books. Lost Boy by Christina Henry. Final Girls, Riley Sager. The Boy and the Bridge by Carrie. I've never heard of half of these books. Stephen King, Sleeping Beauties, which will probably win. Meddling Kids by Edgar Cantero. I want to read that. I've never heard of that. Have you guys heard of that? 1990, the teen detectives, once known as the Blyton Summer Detective Club of Blyton Hills, a small mining town in the Zonix River Valley in Oregon, are all grown up and haven't seen each other since their fateful... Oh my God, I want to read that so bad. Put that over there in my want to reads. Go back to the horror novels. I've never heard... There's a lot on here that are really good. Oh my God, Anne Rice has a new one. Prince Lestat and the Realms of Atlantis. Never heard of it. I didn't even know she was doing those books. Who'd care? From the national bestseller author of Alice comes a familiar story with a dark hook. A tale about Peter Pan and the friend who became his nemesis. Nemesis whose name might be the Blade. Oh, that's interesting. Lost Boy. That's about... Anyway. Okay. Humor. So I didn't vote for any of those because I liked Final Girls, but I didn't like it enough to vote for it. David Sedaris has a book on here. Gabrielle Sidibe, I can never pronounce her name, but the one that was in Coven and Precious and all those books. Let's see who else. Anna Faris has a book. Kevin Hart has a book. Lauren Graham has a book. Oh my God, so many people have books. But I haven't read any of them. So, nonfiction, which you know I haven't read any of these. Oh my God, How to Be a Boss by Lily Singh. Superwoman is on there. I liked that book a lot, so I probably will vote for that book. Stranger in the Woods, The Extraordinary Story of the Last True Heart. Has anybody read that book? That looks really good. Many people dream of escaping modern life, but most will never act on it. This is a remarkable true story of a man who lived alone in the woods of Maine for 27 years, making this dream a reality, not out of anger at the world, but simply because he preferred to live on his own. I'm going to add that to my want to read. People always go to my Amazon wish list, which is not like where you should go to find books that I want to read. But I'm going to add, I think Lily's book is worth it enough to be, I would say, in the next round. Memoir and autobiography. I've read a lot this year, but I have not. Oh my God, How to Murder Your Life is the first one, and I have that on my... There's one about Prince. I didn't know that. Oh my gosh. You guys, this is a good way to find... I'm not going to vote on any of those. Okay, let's just go down to a section that I probably read. Graphic novels and comics. Paper Girls 2. Oh my God, the Lumberjanes, you guys. I have heard so many good things about that. Have you guys... I can't remember whose channel it was that I read about, or I watched the BookTube video about the Lumberjanes, but it is getting so many... Do I have that on my Goodreads thing? But I have heard so many good things about it. What was I going to say? Add that to my want to read. I'm not going to vote on any of those because I don't know any of those. I think this is a really good way to find out what like books you want to read, but also people always look like on my Amazon wish list for what books like I want to read, and that's not actually a really good place to look. A really good place to look for me is, okay, debut. Oh, I already voted on debut Goodreads authors, and of course I voted for Angie Thomas for The Hate You Give. Young adult fiction, but Goodreads is a really good place to find out what books I'm wanting to read. Okay, now it was interesting going through this, and this is probably the first year I can say this, kind of like the Oscars, that I went through the best young adult fiction opening round nominees, and I am going to vote on something because I've only got one day left, and I haven't read all of these, but I have read so many of these books, okay? So, The Upside of Unrequited by Becky Albertalli, loved her first book. One of Us is Lying by Karen McManus, I'm currently reading. The Hate You Give by Angie Thomas. Eliza and Her Monsters by Francesca Zappia. Jenny Han, Always and Forever, Laura Jean, I haven't read yet. A List of Cages by Robin Rowe. I want to read that so bad. I've heard really good things about it. The Inexplicable Logic of My Life by Benjamin Iler Sines, loved it. Goodbye Days, a novel by Jeff Zentner. I have that. Oh, I got it from the library. I took it back. When Dimple Met Rishi, I haven't read, but I heard great things about it. History's All You Left Me by Adam Silvera. I have it, but I haven't read it. Geekarella by Ashley Poston. Turtles All the Way Down. I mean, come on, you guys. Seriously? It just came out by John Green. By Your Side by Casey West. And The Gentleman's Guide to Vice and Virtue. So for me, I've read so many of these. It's between The Gentleman's Guide to Vice and Virtue, The Hate You Give, and Eliza and Her Monsters, which is down to The Hate You Give and Eliza and Her Monsters. I mean, I have to vote for The Hate You Give. I just have to. I mean, I loved Eliza and Her Monsters, but it just has to be that. Sorry. So then, the young adult fantasy and science fiction. I've heard of every single one of these, and I haven't read any of them. Strange the Dreamer by Laini Taylor. Does, Ginger Reads Laini, does she, make videos anymore? She makes writing videos, and she's one of my all-time favorite booktubers, but I looked at her channel the other day. Laini, what's going on? So anyway, this is Marie Lu, though, Warcross. Has anybody read it? I really want to read it. I own, like, almost all of these books that are on here. Winter Song, Carve the Mark, Caraval, or whatever you pronounce it. It's all these Sarah J. Maas books. Basically, it's going to be Sarah J. Maas is who's going to win. I mean, she's got, like, 4 books on here. Okay, and then let's go see middle grade and children's. I won't know any of these. No, I don't know any of these. The Goldfish Boy, I almost read that book. The Someday Birds, See at the Cosmos. I've never heard of any of these. And then the picture books. Let's see the picture books. XO Ox, if it's on there, I'm voting for it. Little Fox in the Forest. I don't know any of these. Because I'm an idiot. No. So I basically voted on young adult fiction, debut Goodreads authors, nonfiction, mystery, and thriller. So those are the 4 sections that I voted on. So go on to the Goodreads Choice Awards 2017 and vote for your favorites or vote for whatever you want. It's basically a Scantron. Just fill in the sections that you don't know. Anyway, yeah, I think that is it. Of all those books that I talked about on there, if you guys know any books that you really think that I should read, would you let me know in the comment section below so that I know, like, oh, I have to go read this. Or if there's anything that's listed that you really think I should read, let me know. Okay? I love you guys. I'll talk to you later. Bye.